Let's think about the speculative dealer first. Because the speculative dealer we kind of recognize, don't we? The speculative dealer is exposed to price risk, okay? And that's what the trainer model is sort of about, people who are exposed to price risk. I'm going to write the exchange rate on this axis here. Okay. In this course, I'm always quoting exchange rates in the notes, okay, as amount of FX per dollar, okay? But in this case, it's not going to be that way because I want this to be the value of the foreign exchange itself, okay? So that this going down, that means depreciation of foreign exchange. It means appreciation of the dollar. So it's just the inverse, but I'm quoting them in a different way so that you can appreciate that this is depreciation of the currency of the deficit country here. So I'm not going to write up here, 1 over S and 1 over F and things like that because that's just going to clutter it. I'm just going to call it the value of the exchange rate of FX, and you'll be clear. In the notes, I'm sharper about this, but I think the intuition is clearer because downward sloping means depreciation of the exchange here. When is it that the speculative dealer is going to be willing to take on a trade like this? Okay. What's going to make them say, "Oh, I'm happy to risk my capital taking on a trade like this"? Well, if you think about it, the issue is really about the relationship between the forward exchange rate that you're locking in today and what you think the expected spot rate is going to be at maturity, right? The profit in this kind of trade comes from buying low and selling high, okay? So that is to say, locking in an exchange rate now that is lower than what it's going to be in the future. You're taking a long position in foreign exchange here, okay, here. And so you want to get it cheap. So let's just show. So this is your liquidity risk here. And so I'm going to show position. Is that going to be okay? Let me do it more dramatically so that you can really see it from the back of the room here. Okay. This is I'm quoting on this axis the exchange rate and also the forward rate. They're both exchange rates, so you can quote them both on the same axis. And the idea here is that there's some expected spot rate, okay, which is maybe here, or I'll draw a line here. Expected spot rate is here. Okay. And if you're able to do a trade where you lock in a forward rate here, then the difference between these, okay, is expected profit. The difference between these is expected profit. So what makes a speculative dealer come to your aid in this simple little payment example is the expectation of making profit by doing so. And the way you would make profit as a speculative dealer is by making sure that in general you're buying low and selling high. So you're establishing your position at a very good price, at a price where you expect to be able to liquidate your position at maturity at a higher price. Okay, that's the idea. Now, lots of slips between the cup and the lip. Everyone knows this is a stochastic thing, and the prices can fluctuate. You might be wrong, but if you're right more than 50%, you're going to make money. And it's the swings back and forth, but you're going to make money. We don't need to go all the way over here to the left. Okay, let's just go over to the right to show where the prices are here. That's better. That's the way it is in the notes. That's the way it should be. Because I want you to see that the expected spot rate, okay, is what's kind of focusing your mind as a speculator, and then you're quoting prices that you think are going to be winners, okay, and you're prepared as a speculative dealer. You're prepared to take the exchange rate risk that the matched book dealer is trying to get rid of. That's basically what you're doing. You're getting paid to take that risk off of this matched book dealer's hands.